Back to our top story. As Iran ramps up its retaliation, President Trump is warning of another wave of attacks. But on Fox News yesterday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said this will not be an endless war.
This is going to be a quick and decisive action, and we're going to create the conditions, first for the Iranian people to get control of their destiny, to form their own democratically elected government, which will make Iran a different Iran altogether.
Amichai Chikli joins us now, Israel's Minister of Diaspora Affairs, and is joining us from Jerusalem. Good afternoon to you, Amichai. Thanks for being with us. Help us understand exactly what Israel's goals are within this operation and how close you believe we are at this stage to achieving them.
So first, we need to understand that this war is part of the larger war that started on October 7th. It's not an aggression against Iran, but it's the end of the war, the final stages of the war that started on October 7th with Hamas, who was a proxy of Iran, October 8th, Hezbollah that joined, later on the Houthis, another proxy of Iran, and later on the Iranians themselves, who attacked us with ballistic missiles following the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran. So what we're seeing now, after the previous major operation of both the U.S. and Israel to dismantle the nuclear facilities in Fordow, what we're doing now is to first remove existential threats, meaning first and foremost the ballistic missiles infrastructures in Iran. Iran was able to renovate these infrastructures and to try and rebuild this industry of ballistic missiles that are hitting our cities, just as we saw in Bet Shemesh 2 days ago with 9 casualties from a direct hit. And second is to create the condition, just as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, and just like President Trump said 2 months ago when we saw the demonstration, the major demonstration, huge demonstration in Iran, and the massacre of tens of thousands of innocent Iranian people. And the U.S., the president of the U.S. said bravely that there's going to be help. And the Prime Minister of Israel said the same. And
well, Amichai, I want to ask you about that. There are questions among American voters on if the U.S. needed to intervene in this war. Secretary of State Marco Rubio suggested yesterday that the U.S. jumped in because of Israel's plans. Let's just play what he said.
We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces. And we knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would suffer higher casualties.
Tell us what you make of those comments. Did Israel pull America into this war?
Well, not. I think that from the very beginning of the foundation of the Islamic regime in 1979, it said very clearly, the big Satan is America. You had 52 embassy team members who were kidnapped for 444 days. Later on, you had Hezbollah that was built by Iranian Revolutionary Guards officers targeting the U.S. embassy in Lebanon, U.S. Marines by the hundreds in Lebanon. You had attempts to assassinate Mike Pompeo, attempts to assassinate President Trump himself. You had attack coming all across the Middle East. Now you can see that the UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain, Iran destabilized and spread its terror proxies to the entire region. So I think that is far, far more larger problem than just the state of Israel.
Yeah.
And also, don't forget the drugs. When you're speaking about Venezuela, when you're speaking about Latin America, Hezbollah is a major player in the drug industry in Latin America. This is a force of evil, of terror worldwide. And I think it's in the highest interest of the U.S. to make sure that this regime is gone. Also, take a look at the map. You have Pakistan with an Islamist regime. You have Afghanistan that following the withdrawal in the Biden administration period, you had Al-Qaeda who took over the state. You have Turkey led by Erdogan, Islamist dictatorship. And if you have now Iran as a force who is aligned with Western values, with align with America, with India, with the UAE, with the moderate Muslim state in the Gulf. That is a major shift in the entire region. That's a very big deal, and it is go far beyond the issue of Israel, Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Iran war.
Well, Amichai Chikli, I appreciate you speaking with us today, and you had to head inside due to an air raid siren, which speaks to the danger that you and everyone there continues to face. Thank you for your time. Stay safe, and we hope to speak with you again soon.